Hey boys and girls, just stopped to have me a cup of coffee. Hadn't seen you in a while. Thought I'd have a little chit chat. I'm having a little Circle K. I got my B shirt on here. That's what I do. What I'm doing today is running around to my yards, out yards. I've got swarm traps at all the yards. And on top of the swarm traps, I put two clay bricks. I spaced them, and it's just enough room to set a feeder jar right there on top, in between them bricks. Kind of bring in the feral bees in there. There's no bees on. I have no beehives. They're all at base camp. The 6 hives that I've got. Martin's hives are getting really fat. I guess he's going to run off around to Queens. I don't know how many he brought with him from Michigan, but he brought his best, and he's going to breed up some queens from them before he goes back to the North Country. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing today. Just to quickly run around and hit the different yards. Got 4 yards I'm going to hit. 4 of my out yards. I've got a few more yards, but these 4 I have are the ones I have traps on. So we'll just bring them in. And all the yards, I thought my furthest south yard didn't have any feral bees around it, but because I set the bucket there, 5-gallon bucket, I came back, I don't know, 5 days later, hadn't touched it. I thought, oh boy, mosquito control people probably killed all the feral bees, I'm thinking. Yeah, but apparently they didn't, because I came back 2 weeks later and that bucket was dry, so they did find it. So I pulled that bucket, because I'm not supposed to lift, still not supposed to lift heavy weights or anything. But, so I pulled the 5-gallon bucket, so I'm just setting out single feeder jars. And Monday, today's Saturday, Monday, 5 a.m. I got to go in to get this side cut. So be thinking about me Monday morning, guys. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. The guy upstairs looking out for old Steve. I got to keep going. I got a lot of mileage left. Got a lot of bees to work. Got many, many more moons to work bees. Yes. Are you guys watching any of these confirmation hearings? Boy, these left-wingers are friggin' running scared, ain't they? Wow. I knew they would when I got the main man Trump back in office. Yeah, they're getting brown stains in their panties, I'm telling you guys. They are running scared. The corruption's off the chart. They're all on the take. They're all being millionaires. How do you take a government job and become a millionaire? You do corrupt stuff. And they're all doing it. I love that one, old Joe. He's just, pardoning all of his corrupt friends, family members, friends. What did he pardon Millie for? Millie's been doing some naughty stuff, I'll bet you. Yeah. It's unbelievable what's going on. This 12 years of Obama crazy, guys, is finally coming to a stop. I knew it would too. I knew it would. Way back in the day when he first started running, old bummer, I thought, oh man, here's a corrupt one, full of shizit clear to his eyebrows, telling us he's black. Oh, come on. Black my ass. He's about as black as my white ass, guys. His mother was white and his father was Hindu. Stop it, okay? Just stop it. What's this color thing anyway? I have black friends, guys. I have some black friends. They know these people are just full of shiz that clear their freaking eyebrows. They sure fooled a lot of people, though. We had 12 years of this Obama crazy. That stuff's over with. And that just proves to you guys, this election right here just proves to you, we don't ever, never want another Democrat running for office. They can run, they can try, but we do not need to put them in there. We've seen how crazy and corrupt these people are. And there's some on the right too, don't misunderstand me. We all know it. This Lindsey Graham, I trust him about as far as I could throw that little gremlin. He talks a big game, though. Talks a big game. They all talk a big game. When it comes right down to it, they're just putting it right up our backside, all of them. Well, Trump's going to clean this mess up. He's doing everything he said he was going to do right from get-go. He's done more in the first few little bit of time he's been in than Joe and Obama's done in 12 years. Unreal, man, unreal. But we knew it was coming. We knew this act was going to get cleaned up. And the man upstairs is watching all this crap, guys. He's watching this. He ain't liking it. We got a man in office now. Gonna hold people accountable, I would hope. And put America first for a change. Hello. Hello. I just had to stop BS with you for a few minutes here, guys, while I'm having my coffee. And yeah, we'll get down on the waterfront, and I got 3 locations on the waterfront. We'll get down there, and then I got one over east of base camp. I got a spot over there, and all of them, guys, all of these things have got feral bees. And I honestly think there may be a hobbyist keeper here or one there, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think I'm the last of the Mohegans. And this is Indian ground right here. I was talking to a fella yesterday. This property across the road here I've been trying to get in. I'm down here on Green Key, right across the road here. There's, I don't know, 40 acres or more in there. I put hanging signs on there, and my cards trying to get in. No answer. Then I got a phone call from one of my old working mates, and he knows this fella bought this piece of property. And what he's doing, I said, what's he going to do with that thing? Develop it? He said, oh, maybe one day. He just bought it right now as a toy. Okay. Toy on the water, 40 acres. Wow, I don't know how much money he's got to lay out for toys, but he said he's been charging people $20 a day to go in and dig for arrowheads in this place. I said, I'll be darned. I said, well, I put a couple of cards on his fence, but I've had no response from him. He said, I'll talk to him. I'll let him know who you are and this and that. I said, yeah, whatever. I said, if he was interested at all, he would have gave me a call, let me know. I said, I want to get in April and pull out of there in September when I see them hurricanes coming at me. He used to raise bees, but couldn't keep them alive. I told him how to do it, but he didn't want to put in the 2 cents effort to keep them alive. So he's sitting there. He got some dead boxes he looks at now. Yeah, these honeybees guys take me down roads, and I meet so many people, it's unbelievable. I meet some assholes, but I'd also meet some really good people also. And I meet a lot of people that are interested in bees, that don't necessarily want to work bees. but they're very concerned about bees and beekeepers, and realizing that every third bite of food, the beehive had something to do with it, pollinating that fruit or whatever. Yeah, people get it. Some get it. A lot don't. Yeah, a lot of people on the left don't, because their only thing they're thinking about is their own corrupt ways. I'm hoping this year that I can straighten out some of these people and make people aware of what's going on environmentally with the different situations that we got going on today, with the pollution, the runoff. I talked about it before, St. Augustine grass. I think that's one of the dumbest ideas going on. It's a pretty grass, but it's a pain in the ass grass. Yeah, pain in the ass grass. You've gotta pour chemicals to that stuff. You gotta verticut it, because if you don't, it just keeps building up thicker, and it's like a huge carpet. Fungus and crap gets in there. That's the other thing. They gotta spray fungicide. They gotta spray this insecticide. All the different chinch bugs and mole crickets love it. So you got to just keep bombarding it with chemicals and fertilizers to keep it green and keep the bugs out of it. Whereas you just put down some plain old bahia grass, that stuff there, you just throw a little water on it once in a while. That's all you do with that. You mow it, and it's not as pretty as St. Augustine, but really, do we really need pretty, guys? Do we really need that much pretty when we're totally screwing up the Gulf of America? All that stuff, guys, is running off into the Gulf of America. And then they're bombarding all of this mangroves. The mangroves, you got red, white, and black. The black is what I get the honey from. They're aerial dropping pellet. What is it? It's a pelletized insecticide into the water, of all things. And they're doing it behind my house and all the swamps around me. And now I haven't gone in these swamps to set crayfish traps to know. But I bet if I do, I wouldn't catch a crayfish, because there's no bullfrogs now. And that it's a larvicide. That's the word I was looking for. The aerial drop larvicide, which is a granular, into the water, and it's targeted species specified hit. And they're going to take out mosquito larvae and deer fly larvae. And I guarantee you they're taking out crayfish and tadpoles. What is eating that stuff? Well, the bullfrogs, I'm eating them. Used to love to go out at night and gig bullfrogs. I haven't done that 30 or 40 years. Nope, it's all done. All the swamps and stuff are all going around me. Used to have a lot around me, but no more. I'm not going to the Everglades, but I would doubt anymore there's much of that action down there at the Everglades, with all the craziness going on with this and that. All of the left-wing craziness. I don't know where we're heading, guys, but I'll tell you what, they've trashed this water out here, and I wouldn't want to eat any of the shellfish out here. They say that there's no way in hell, guys, that you can just sit there and throw that larvicide out there, and the only thing you're taking out mosquito larvae and deer fly larvae. Yeah, no way. You're taking out small crab, shrimp, all that really small microscopic animals in that water that the food chain eats all the way up. Yeah. I haven't heard any bullfrogs in the swamp in a long time, guys. Who else eats that stuff out there? Well, you got the raccoons eating, you got the raccoons eating crayfish. Used to be, I'd go down a creek system, swamp system, along a creek, and the otters cross. We have a lot of otters in Florida. And they would cross, and when they came up out of the water, they had beat trails. I used to know an otter trapper. His name was Joe Borelli. I don't know what year he passed. Him and I used to touch base a lot, because we were both in the Florida Trappers Association way back in the 70s. And he would snare otters. But when them otters came out of the water, they have a toilet. They have a toilet there. They come up and they poop in a pile there. And every time they come up, they'll sniff it and see who has been pooping in their pile, and they'll add to it, right? All of them piles of poop had, the whole pile was full of crayfish shells. Yeah. So we don't have any more crayfish in the swamps because of the larvicide. I'm sure they're killing out the tadpoles because I don't hear any bullfrogs anymore. And the bullfrogs used to eat the crayfish. Yeah, every one of those, I used to, when I gigged frogs, I'd open up their belly to see what they'd been eating. Every one of them, guys, every one of them had a great big crayfish in their belly. It's unbelievable how big of a bullfrog, a crayfish, a bullfrog can consume. And they consume the whole thing. Their stomach acid's got to be like a friggin' snake. It's got to be really strong, because they absorb all the shell and everything of that crayfish. And them things that have great big long claws on them too. Them bullfrogs that eat the whole crayfish down the hatch. But every one of those otter toilets were loaded with crayfish. So what are we taking out now? What are we taking out along with mosquito larvae and the deer fly larvae? Taking out the crayfish. Well, that's the food of the otter and the raccoons. And I'm sure plenty of egrets and stuff go in there eating those small crayfish. The stupid, can you see the chain of events of stupid that the left has created? Have you seen it? Is it unbelievable, guys? It's just unbelievable. The chain of reaction of the stupid that's going on. It's just hard to believe, isn't it? It's just hard to believe, guys. I don't know. Well, I'm BS'd enough here, guys. Finish up my coffee. And I need to get on down the road and service these swarm traps. And wish me luck on my surgery Monday. Everything will be fine. I'll be up and running by the end of the month. Should be getting in some beehives. I've been pumping them up, keeping sugar water right there for them. I got a feeder there. The maples just bloomed. The maples were blooming, but seemed like they're winding down. We got a lot of stuff. Cherry laurel is about to bloom. That kicks them in high gear. I got a lot of cherry laurel around the base camp, so that'll help them. So anyway, I will see you guys soon, and be happy, be strong. We're going to keep getting on, and 25 is going to be a great year. And thank God for Mr. Donald J. Trump. See ya.